times. You already know who it is. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. Looking at me, we got an almighty shoe review. Appreciate y'all tapping in, showing love. If it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay tuned and tapped into the content that I drop when I drop. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as well. Keep me in the algorithm. And if you feel compelled, comment, say something. I'll respond back. I'm listening. And I love to get feedback of how y'all feel about these shoes as a consumer, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Breakfast Club, the one and only homies, the squad. We've been eating, we've been doing some things, you know what I'm saying? And this one is a particular blessing. We'll get into that. But first, let's talk about a couple things that have happened since the last review. And I mean, we had some drops, you know, some really good drops. Let's talk about last Thursday, Supreme dropped the Optimus Prime, which everybody went crazy for. One of the good flips, I guess, when it comes to like collectibles, you know what I'm saying? Transformers is iconic, and it definitely was the one from the 80s. And then on top of it, it was Supreme. It had the whole hit kit and caboodle, so it was very important. And your boy hit on one, and I got a little technique I've developed, you know what I mean? I hit the Max B t-shirt, and then not only that, but I also hit Optimus Prime back-to-back weeks, you know, no bots, you know what I mean? No, nothing of that nature, you know what I mean? I just got some kind of way that I feel, you know, kind of hits on a good thing. If you're interested in finding out how I did it, please drop Supreme Technique in the comment and we could talk about it, because I feel like it's kind of solid and it really works out. Upon that, we also had Action Bronson's raffle, you know what I mean, Mr. Baklava himself, and he had the 990 drop, and yeah, we hopped in, and needless to say, they will be on the way. Now, I don't know when they'll get here, but we hit the raffle, so just know that they will get here. And yeah, we're going to talk about it and get involved. This is like my first pair of Mr. Action Bronson's shoes and his collab with New Balance. And needless to say, it's another version of New Balance, so I'm interested in seeing how it feels and how it's going to work out. So please, like I said, make sure you subscribe and you got the notification bell so you can get that heat when I drop it. Speaking of heat when I drop, I got two mail calls, two very important mail calls, and I think one of them I didn't talk about with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I know it came. We beat the final boss. I'm not mad at that at all. Damn, that shit was tough. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you know, last week Nike did the crazy as before shock drop, EA access, however you want to call it. And yeah, we got involved, and I actually got in some time late, but yeah, I got a pair. And whew, yeah, this was somebody needed a size 6.5. So they are here. They still look good. I'm telling y'all, one of the hardest shoes this year so far. Is definitely in my top 5. Undefeated, man. In my top 5 for now, you know what I'm saying? And so then I know what this other pair is. Now this pair here isn't dropping until May the 1st, but I'm going to not necessarily do a review on this particular shoe, but we're going to talk about a topic that this particular era has, you know what I mean, when it comes to sneakers. You know what I mean? Yeah. And every time they always look good. Bows, baby, yeah, man. These don't drop till May the 1st. But yeah, you know, shout out to Squeeze, you know what I mean? Talk, you know what I mean? Hit us up, you know what I mean? Let me know these were available right now and we got our hands on them. And jeez, they look so good. Oh, and this leather feels good on these, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you, suede and all that. But yeah, we're gonna talk about these at another time with another shoe that I didn't get to review. But they're the same era of terror when it comes to sneakers, and I just want to look at them overall as a whole, because I kind of see what Nike is doing, you know what I mean? All right, boom. But yeah, what we're here for today, this review is pretty dope. This shoe is one that kind of came out of nowhere for me, you know what I mean? Can't lie, but when I saw it, it was the numbers that made me kind of back off and not really attempt to, and considering how everybody reacted, you know what I mean, after this shoe released, it got pretty ugly, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, very shocked to even be doing this review. Shout out to the boy Hunter, you know what I mean? Hunter's the homie, you know what I mean, one of the Breakfast Club members. Y'all probably seen him in a couple episodes like a while ago. But yeah, he actually grabbed these and actually had them. And like I said, they are super duper rare. Like, you know what I mean? Not like crazy rare, but like 1 out of 1,000, you know what I mean? Pretty hard to get their hands on. But never mind the small talk. You know how we rock. The first thing we do is get into the box, and this box is elaborate as hell. Like, boom, boom. But not only that, open up the box, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on, man. Whew. And it's some things that go on in it, you know, I'm in the box, but yeah, matter of fact, let me show you what's going on in the box. Headband, armbands, keychains, Valentine's Day card, air freshener, candy, decal, and of course, plush stuffed animal, you know what I mean? The colors read Bliss Blue, Semi-Pink, Spark, Pre-Love Blue. Very, very elaborate. But I'll bring to you the Unheard of Adidas Star Cushion 3 Pork Chop Piggy Runners. And damn, that's a mouthful to say. Pause. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This shoe is nice. Heels have eyes. But now that we got them in hand, let's get into them. The Unheard of brand was established in 2008 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Its release of this shoe, the Unheard of Adidas Pork Chop Piggy Runner, pays tribute to those who refuse to be counted out. This is pretty much a shoe for the underdog, like where the ones that got doubted, Unheard of brand represented for them on this one. The Unheard of Adidas Adistar Cushion 3 Pork Chop Piggy Runner. The upper features open cell, bright teal mesh bolstered with tonal suede overlays and accented with pink-haired 3 stripes. An embroidered graphic depicting the likeness of Pork Chop, Unheard of's mascot, decorates the suede tongue patch on the left shoe. The character makes a repeat appearance on the translucent rubber outsole on both shoes. All right, so boom, Unheard of brand is based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and they've been around since like 2008. And they're no stranger to collabs. I mean, they've worked with Nike, they work with Vans, and as you can see, they work with Adidas. They're a huge staple in Cincinnati as far as branding. You know, they're basically influenced between skateboarding, pop culture, and history, you know what I'm saying? So they have a lot of good vibes. They do everything. They have a lot of love. Graffiti, they really stand out, and they're just really, really big and mean a lot to Cincinnati, Ohio, you know what I'm saying? And just the retail culture in entirety, you know what I'm saying? They try to give you that feel of how it is to go in the store and be able to see and feel the vibes and, you know what I mean, purchase, you know what I mean, your gear, you know what I mean, whether it be a hat, clothing, shoes, you know what I'm saying? They just try to give it as authentic as possible. And this shoe right here made so much noise, you know what I'm saying? Made a ton of noise. I mean, first of all, the rarity of it, there was 2 colorways. There's this pink colorway, and there was about 1,500 pairs of those. And then there was this colorway, and there was 1,000 of these. And they had a local event where, you know what I mean, they did the raffle or did the giveaway, and then everything that nobody hit on, they didn't put online. And a lot of people, needless to say, were very heated that they didn't get the opportunity to cop or they didn't get the pairs. And they felt like things were unfair, and Unheard of did it as best as possible, you know what I mean? They got them directly in people's hands, and you know what I mean? It felt like it was something that was just local appreciation for Cincinnati, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, they do love all of their patrons, whether it's in person or online, and you know, they gave an opportunity to everybody, and we all know how the game works now. They did go through and cancel orders that looked fishy or like bots, you know what I'm saying? And then came back and still gave people that were showing love online to them that didn't, you know, start talking trash. And, you know what I mean? They showed love and made sure they got an invoice. So shout out to Unheard of brand. And just the going through all of those channels just to make sure the real fans, that are real consumers and supporters of their brand, got this shoe. You know what I'm saying? All right. But now that we got all that, let's talk about the pros and cons of this shoe. And first off looks alone, this shoe is crazy. I mean, the pictures really didn't do it justice. I mean, you got this mesh that is kind of like the main material of the upper, but then you have these hints of this suede that is insanely crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it has hints of 3M all around, you know what I mean? Whether it's on the toe cap or just like kind of like this smooth cage that goes to the back of the heel, you know what I mean? But it's all suede, very dope. And then I like this pink pony hair that's like, you know what I mean, or pink pig hair rather, that stands out on the stripes, and you know what I mean, the color of the same embroidered decal on the heel. That's a very fly notion. The tongue, having the Adidas and UNHEARDOF brand piggy right here, that's fly, like, you know what I mean? Something just dope and different to make the shoe amazing. This midsole looks crazy. This Adistar cushioning, you know what I mean? Adipreme, and I really want to see, I would love to see how this fits. Like, I'm going to look up the price of these because shout out to my boy Chuck. Chuck was talking about the pink ones, and I like the pink ones, but actually haven't seen these blue ones in person first. These are incredibly amazing, man, and they definitely got my pick, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see what's going on. I want to see how comfortable it feels, because I swear the sole looks insanely comfortable, like, you know what I mean? And then when you come to the outer sole, of course it has that picture with the clear sole on the outside. It's pretty fly, and the fact that it has two different pictures, that's pretty dope, man. And like overall, man, this is not a bad shoe at all, man. The rarity makes it even more, you know what I mean, gives it a better story, you know, and I'm not mad at how, you know, UNHEARD brand was moving. Like I said, they do show love to a lot of people, and they're showing love to their local community, because I mean, they've been around since like 2008. So, you know what I mean, that's pretty big, you know what I mean, even in the midst of how streetwear has changed and a lot of things have just gone to online, and you know what I mean, actually being a part of a community and being a major staple in the community for fashion, you know what I mean, says a lot, you know what I mean? So shout out to them for honoring that, you know what I mean? And yeah, this is crazy. Resale, I haven't really checked resale on these, but I think it's up, but it's not too far-fetched, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some numbers in the 200s, so, you know, and that was kind of around the 8s to 9s and 10s. So assuming, you know what I mean, probably when I throw up the graphic of the the resale, is going to show mine. It's probably closer to 300, and I can see it makes sense. And then not only that, but it being like rumored to be 1,000 pairs, or actually having the count of 1,000 pairs, that makes total sense. This is going to be an expensive shoe, especially when it's an alternate color and it's less pairs. So I'm not mad at that, but you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, these are dope. These are dope. These are definitely dope. And the runner category in sneakers has been just getting, you know what I mean, getting a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of options now. A lot of beautiful options, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to wear one thing, and you can have your own individual style, you know what I'm saying? And Adidas definitely threw their hat in the ring with this one, you know what I mean? They got one of the dope runners for 2025. So let's see how this holds up, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of this. I'm not even going to front, man. One more quick look before we bring the chefs out. Oof. Heel action. All right. And when it comes to the pork chop piggy runners, alternate blue, I'm gonna give these a 10. I like them. I'll give them a 10. Materials, fire. Execution, fire. Story, theme, overall, just how it flows. Like, this is a dope shoe. Came at a perfect time. I feel like this shoe isn't a year-round shoe, but spring, summer, this is definitely a banger. Oh man, I mean, you know, Adistar Cushion 3. I'm gonna pay attention to this silhouette a little bit more, because I like this. I'm not going to say give a comparison to a particular shoe from a particular collaborator that Adidas cut ties with, but yeah, like this is kind of dope. You know what I mean? Kind of dope. And this particular runner, you know what I mean, gives some good vibes. But yeah, I like the way this is. I like the way this is executed. You know what I'm saying? So definitely going down as a classic in my book. Let's see how this holds up and where it stacks at the end of the year, though. That's the good question. You know what I mean? Does it make my top 10? Some way, somehow. But never mind that. Get down below in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Unheard of Adidas Star Cushion 3 Pork Chop Piggy Runners. You know what I mean? How you feel about them? I'm listening. Uh, as always, thank you for tuning in, tapping in. You know how I feel. Stay hydrated, stay focused, stay hustling, stay low, and more importantly, stay out the way. Mind the business that pays you, man. I'm just saying, good advice that works. And as always, spread love to your family and friends. You know what I mean? Keep them close. 2025, we're almost halfway through. Making progress, man. Keep on pushing. You know what I mean? We're getting through this together. You know what I'm saying? And by any means, keep them sneakers clean, man. Y'all know the motto. Before you pay resale, come here and get the details. And if we catch you lacking, understand we snatching. It's not a game. We outside and we getting to it. Breakfast Club, man. Be easy.